Hi, honey. How are you? How you feeling? You doing okay? Oh, I'm sorry. You sound terrible. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm trying to get some people to come in here. I'm gonna turn my dog's TV show down. I'm okay. I did what I had to do. Wasn't what I wanted to do, but it was what I had to do, right? Yeah. Oh, goodness. I think my video is about to be uploaded on YT. It's been going all day, but I had to cancel it and re-upload it. Thank you, honey. I love you too, and I'm so proud of you as well. I know every day can be a struggle, you know, no matter what. Hey, Darby. Hey. How's everybody doing? Hi, Heidi. How are you? How you feeling? No, it's not deleted. It's private again, that's all. I'm glad you're doing well, Heidi. Are you home? Or are you back in the hospital? I'm looking for an outlet I can plug into so I don't... It says 7 minutes now. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Thanks for the likes. I don't know who's giving them to me, but thank you. Oh, Poppy. Rachel, you are. Thank you. I wanted to talk about what happened last night. And, you know, I heard everything she said to her supporters, is what she calls them. At this point, I don't know why she's not calling them her friends. They, you know, when people, if, you know, I can't say when because I don't ask for many. Hi, Emily. How are you? If people would ever gave me money or give me money, I would definitely be calling them friends. But I was just speaking to one of the people that messaged me that she was asking for money, and she said that her address was in the message that she, you know, had gotten from her. She said she put her address in there because she was expecting a gift from her. And the woman wasn't planning on sending her a gift. She just sent her address in case she wanted to send her a gift. I know. I know. I thought that was a little bold. I can't imagine being bold enough to continue to, I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't afford to follow people like that. I know. She's crossed all the lines. She moved the line. I'm hoping that today will there will be some changes made. I know. Oh, wait. And oh, really, Lynn? You know, it's wild to me that she does that with you because you really helped her out when in a jam. You've been through it with her. If anybody wants to come up and talk, you know, you're more than welcome to. I'd be happy to have a guest. Yeah, she does. She pushes all those buttons with you guys. To me, that's not a friend. Sorry, I need to get something to drink here. It is. It's narcissistical behavior, too. What did that say? Mine's worse. Yeah, she does. She does ring worse than the kids. I'm sorry. But, you know, some people let her get away with it, you know, and I guess that's okay with some people. I don't like it, but I don't like that in my friends. You know, my friends are giving and loving, and, you know, we do for each other, you know. It's not very one-sided, so I don't know. How are you, Lynn? Are you doing okay? Is everything okay over on your side of the world? I'm holding up okay. She didn't shake me up. She really rattled me, like, to the point where I wasn't sure what to do first. Like, who do I call about this? I know, I love our friendship too. And I figured it out real quick, you know. But first I turned to my friends. So my friends are always there to help me. You know, I know who my friends are. And most of you reached out, and I appreciate you guys so much. I do. Okay. I know, she always does. Always. But, you know, she said that I'm mocking her. I'm not mocking her. She doesn't like what she sees in me because it's actually her 100%. It's all her. I do what she does, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't like what she sees. If she doesn't like it, then she should stop doing it. Oh, let's go check my YouTube video and see if it's done. Okay, Google, stop.
Okay, I've stopped the 52-minute timer on your family room mini.
Okay, so 34 seconds left. This one went through, so. All morning I've been putting this video up. It took forever. I had to cancel it and redo it again. But also, she says that I twist her words. Most of my content, I'm just posting her stuff. She thinks I'm twisting her words. I'm not. I'm just posting her stuff. I know. I know. So if anybody does talk to her, maybe they should tell her that doxing is against community guidelines. And she could lose her account that way. It's probably also against her probation. I know. I don't know who. Oh, hi, Robin. We're talking about Kayla Wisner. It's Kayla.Wisner 2023. She is, I don't know if you follow Beg Talk. She's part of Beg Talk. There's a lot of my pinned videos where, you know, she's into, it's hard. I don't know exactly what I'm allowed to say on here without getting bananaed, but there's a lot of, maybe you can write it in there, Emily, about Riley. Hi, how are you from Mississippi? Nice to see you. How's your weather over there? It's okay. I don't have any troubles. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. Thank you for stopping in today. I wasn't sure if I would get anybody in here right now. I know everybody's getting ready for dinner. But, yeah, people playing both sides, that's a problem for me, only because, you know, I like when people follow me and followers. I do, but the reporting back to her what is happening on this side isn't really cool, because we're not doing anything over here that she, you know, doesn't already know. We're just, you know, I'm posting her things because she has a lot of people blocked, and for no reason at all. So I don't know, you know, I'm just letting people know what's happening, actually, and also that it's coming around time of the month when she will be asking for money again. And guess what? We're right about that. It's, you know, people are getting the messages that she's asking for money. Yeah, there is Pink Panther. Yeah. So if you are seeing this, I hope you know I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to. So try and do what you ever have to do, and you try and shame me whatever way you want to. Say whatever you want to try and offend me. You can't. I have a clean history. I'm not a felon. I'm not wearing an ankle monitor. I'm good over here. I have food in my cabinets. My kids are raised. My dogs have treats. So, do what you want with that. Queen Bud Light joined. That's an awesome name. So, how's everybody's evening going? We're just, I know that there's a big storm coming over. Are you guys all ready for that? Are you part of that? Surprising business. Yeah. I'm doing that me though. Okay. It is cold. It's cold. I think the whole country is cold right now. I heard there's a big storm headed to Texas too. Even Texas is cold. I did get a new, one of her followers came over to stand by our side, which was interesting enough. I think it was one of my pinned videos that got her, because she's portraying this perfect mama, and I don't know, you know, that only happens when she needs money. Guys, if I get a warning or anything, I'll just end it and come back, okay? You forgot? I know. I should have gone to the grocery store today, but I did have to make a couple important trips today. Oh, thank you. This is a light filter, just I need some lashes today, so. Do you have any plans this weekend? Thank you. You as well. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. You know, why not, right? I won't use like a heavy one. I mean, it is what it is. I have a birthday this weekend. So that's one I would rather not think about. Oh, don't say that, Rachel. You are gorgeous. I wish there was a way to turn back time, right? Thank you, Heidi. There were a couple good ones. Oh, you know what I saw, Pink Panther? I saw this woman, she does her own Botox. I didn't know that was a thing. But what if you mess up? Where do you go to get that fixed? Oh, that's scary to me. I keep thinking of Priscilla Presley. Remember how she looked? Oh my gosh. Her face was terrible in the end. I would never be bold enough to do that. So, I guess the video is uploaded. I'm sorry it took all day to get up. I know there were some people that had been waiting all day for it. It took me a while to edit. I had to add comments because the whole first half hour was, it's 7 minutes still. It's still checking because she has music. She did nothing but threaten me for the first half hour. So I had to fix that. Well, not fix that, but I had to add my own comments right back for her. No, there's no need. Yeah, Kayla did. Oh, thank you. So are you. I can't thank you enough for everything you do. You do so much. I have to say, this whole awareness team is incredible. I've never seen anybody, like this whole awareness team, this whole Reddit team, this whole everything. We are so strong. We are such strong women. We really are. I just want to thank every one of you for everything you do. We got to hold tight and hold together. And look, you gave me 4.5 thousand likes. Thank you so much. We are a force. Definitely. Definitely. And let's see what happens because I have faith. I have faith. Oh, hold your money, honey. Don't. Thank you so much for the roses, but really, just times are tough right now. Just keep your money. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. You really do. Oh, no, I won't do that. I won't do that. Oh, should I say that I have a Starbucks card for my subscribers? I don't even- Oh my gosh. So that's the thing, though. I think it's weird that they're eating better than they were when she was working. What is that about? We do deserve roses. Thank you for reposting. I appreciate you. I just wonder, like, is it a food bank or oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't think they can get food stamps. There's no way they can get food stamps. The EBT fraud times 2, that they can't get that. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm wondering if somebody's sending them groceries. I know. I agree. I do. Thank you for the follow. Let me follow you back. Oh, I invited you. I didn't mean to invite you. But I will follow you back after the live if I don't know how to do. This is like my 4th live. I don't do these very often. Yeah, there was that too. She's been around the felon block a few times. But that's okay. I don't know. Makes it exciting, I guess. Let's see. Checks complete. Okay. It's uploaded. Thank God. It took all day. Oh my God. All day. I should set it as a premiere and we could all watch it together tonight. I could do that. I don't know. Is Dawn in here? I see that I can invite her to join. I guess not. I was going to ask her. You are in here. I have to ask you, did you get a message for money? I'm just wondering. How are you, Dawn? Your bread looks amazing. It does. Oh my gosh. I love looking at her TikToks. Her bread looks amazing. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what time I can. Oh, let's see. Let's go do it now. Oh, a page snarky. Oh, I know. Listen, I told you my history with her. I told you that. She is, that's where my name came from on Reddit. Oh, I wonder if I have to do this when I upload it. Schedule. Okay. Today's the 22nd, right? I don't blame anybody for devouring that bread. It looks amazing. What time should we do the premiere? Want to do it at 6? Is that it's like in an hour and a half? 6, okay? Okay. Um, let's see. Whatever happened to Eastern Standard Time? It's all, let's see. It's all GMT now. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's going to be private until 6 o'clock tonight. Okay. Oh, you want to come up? Okay. Hi, Em. How are you? You coming up? She's coming up. There you are. Not yet.
Hello?
There you are.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I'm so happy to see you smile because
Oh.
I was so livid. I didn't even get past the first 5 minutes of her live yesterday because she started in attacking you from your satire, and she was
I don't want to lose you, Em. I can't hear you anymore. Can anybody hear her? Or is it just me? Em? She was. She attacked me for the first half hour. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can send you another invite. I don't know how to invite. I don't know where she went. You did freeze. Can you come back in? Can you request again? There you are. Okay. There you are.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, we are.
Okay. I don't know how much you heard, but I couldn't stay on her live long yesterday because what I heard from the very beginning was her attacking your satire and attacking you. And it got under my skin for two reasons. One is the way she spoke about you was just out of line. And two, the way that she was misrepresenting the satires was just frustrating. Kayla has a habit, and you know my history with her. I go back since 2024. And I've always been open with my history with her, how I started following her, and why I left. And she knows very well because she was included. Every conversation that I had with her when things started to go south were never just one-on-one. There were always multiple people in the chats, because that way she would never be able to say, I didn't say that, or you didn't say that. There would always be somebody else who could verify what was said or what I said, or in the entire context of the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. I will start with Chels. I'm disappointed in Chelsea's behavior. I'm surprised that she's still a mod for Kayla. When Kayla and I had that incident, Chels was one of the first people to reach out to me saying that she didn't like the way I was being treated. She didn't like the behavior. She did the same thing when Jess was being treated. Aaron? Emily?
Thank you for the follow. Emily, I can't hear you again. You keep getting cut off.
Hello?
There you are.
Sorry.
Are you there?
I'm
Okay,
here.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, Don and I used to mod together at the same time. And Chelsea's behavior, she didn't behave like she does now then. Since all the mods left, she's different. She's aggressive. She's a bully. But it's surprising because she didn't approve of the way that Kayla had treated the mods. She didn't like the way that Kayla had treated Jess at one time. She also didn't like the fact that Kayla was messaging her nonstop asking for help. Now this, unfortunately, I was told through someone else, so it's something that I can't really say I can stand on that, but somebody mentioned this to me. But Kayla has a pattern. She knows your weakness, and she plays on that weakness. And my weakness with her were two things. One is my relationship with my parents, and two is my pets. So she knew how to make me feel guilty if Shadow or Skipper didn't have food or something. She knew that there was no way that I wasn't going to leave them without food or anything. I made sure to always order them food. With my parents, I generally thought she cared for them, or she cared about my situation, what was going on with them, because she always seemed to ask. But now looking back, it was always around the time that she needed something that she would ask how my parents were, or she would mention them in some passing. And so for me, it was like, oh, well, she must be genuine. But I sent Kayla a little over $100, if not a little over, about $100 in cash to her Cash App. I sent her Amazon orders. I sent her Walmart orders. Riley's first Thanksgiving outfit, I bought that for him. Last year, when she came to celebrating her sobriety anniversary, I purchased for her a pink handbag that she had wanted for a while. And I had sent her a note saying, congratulations on your sobriety, that's really great. Then I found out that she had been arrested for possession after that sobriety date. It wasn't Aaron, it was her. So, but she always found a way to flip it back to Aaron.
Right.
So, but it's just everything that we're saying is true. And I wish that people wouldn't find it so difficult to believe what we're saying. it wasn't one person, Lori, who walked away. It was 10 at the same time. And all 10 of us had experienced some form of manipulation by her. Every single mod, Colby, she blocked. Colby, Kay, she treated horribly. She treated Colby bad as well, but Kay really, really got the brunt of it. And Kay never did anything to deserve that. It's just, I don't even know. I'm like going in circles now because all this frustrations is coming back.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that she was so horrible to all of you.
But
10 to leave at the same time is such a huge red flag to anybody that follows her. Why aren't people seeing that?
and that's what I don't understand. And what frustrates me at this point too is that there are some people who left who are now following her again.
I know.
Lauren left. Lauren actually provided the former mods a lot of information, a lot of court document information. And now Lauren is back following Kayla and engaging with her and all of that stuff. That doesn't make sense to me. We all know about Jess, his history. That was disappointing in itself. But for me, it was, there's no gray area. You have to pick a side at this point, especially if you were part of the mod group, especially if you were part, and that mod group was very tight. We actually would join the live just to speak with one another, not really to engage with Kayla. It was just a chance for us to just chit chat with each other because we got along so well. But the way she spoke, about Cindy, she allowed them to speak negatively about Cindy. She didn't step in once to stop it. Cindy did a lot for her. Cindy purchased a lot of stuff for her. Same with Colby. Same with, some other mods whose names I'm not going to say because, I haven't mentioned their names publicly, but she knows who they are. It's just very disappointing. In December of 2024, November, December 2024, and I think I posted this on Reddit. There was a live where I don't know how the conversation began, but we started speaking about miscarriages. And in that live, she had already claimed that she had had a miscarriage. And she had been looking at jewelry, like memorial jewelry for miscarriages and all that stuff. She had sent me a picture of a necklace and so forth. And I had, in that live, said, things that my husband and I do to keep our angel baby, present still in our life. And the things that we do, the tattoos that I have in honor of that. So we had spoken about that on that. And there were other viewers as well who were engaging in that live. So fast forward to 2025, when she claimed to have a miscarriage again. It didn't make any sense, Lori. The amount of pain, if you've had a miscarriage, the amount of pain that you experience is excruciating. You also, any, certified sane doctor is going to do a thorough examination. They're going to do an ultrasound. They're going to do everything necessary to make sure that you're okay and that whatever's happened has passed, or if you need, a DNC, that's done. She never had an ultrasound. She gave the mods 3 separate dates of when she miscarried. She told us she miscarried week 1.
That's a date you don't forget. That's a date you do not forget.
Yeah, you don't. You absolutely do not. But she gave us 3 different times. And
Aaron and Kayla used to work together, and I think it was a factory. I think it was a factory. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amy.
yes. Yeah, no. Well, this is where it got cuckoo, because the last time that she said she miscarried, she was at work and she had to go in the car and wait for Aaron to finish his shift before she could go to the hospital. Now, if you watch the lives of Aaron, Aaron is loud and he can be obnoxious and whatever it is. But the one thing about Aaron is truthful. He's pretty blunt. And he's very affectionate, or he tried numerous times to show affection towards Kayla on a live. And I can't see him allowing his wife to sit and bleed in a car for 8 hours. But she made a post about this. She made a post about this miscarriage. And if you reread that post, she says that she started to bleed and then she went to the car to sleep. Again, the amount of pain that you experience through that, there's no way you're going to sleep through that pain. It's just impossible to sleep through that pain. And then she claimed in that post, her own post, that they then went home, she cleaned up, and then went to the hospital. That's not normal. That's not what one would do. At least that's not what I would do. I would want to go to the emergency room immediately. While she was going through that, she was speaking to another mod, either texting or verbally speaking, but they were in communication with each other. So again, after that, we asked, well, did you have an ultrasound? No. Okay. He said that everything went through and I'm good, it all passed. Well, you still have to have an ultrasound to verify that. It can't just be like, well, okay, you're good to go. You passed, you miscarried well.
You need to verify that the baby's gone.
Right.
You need to make sure.
She did not do that.
God. There's tests that need to happen.
Right. She didn't have any of those tests. And that's, again, when things
needed to be as well.
For myself and the other Marge started to this isn't making sense. None of it is making sense. And especially if you had a previous miscarriage, you would know what needs to be done.
Exactly, Nana. Exactly, Nana.
It's not meshing well. And then everyone is built differently. I wouldn't go and start making, live videos or video posts about what's going on. That would be my last interest to do. I really wouldn't care about going live or posting a video of what was going on, but she was. And she went to work just a few days later. Again, everybody heals differently. I am a slow healer. So it took me a while, not just to heal physically, but to heal mentally. Emotionally, I'm still not really healed from that. It's still something that's there. But
I'm so sorry,
oh, thanks, Lori. But it didn't.
But you know what? It's a slap in the face for people that have actually been through this.
Yes.
The same with cancer, the same with MS, the same with all of these diseases, these stories that she steals from everybody and pretends to have all these things.
Right.
And the miscarriage, that's a big slap in the face for all of these women that have suffered infertility.
Right.
Come on now.
It's just, and there's so much more, of course, that I can't share because I wasn't made aware of these conversations, but things that she had told others that also that don't line up with it. But with the cancer thing, and again, all these medical things hit a nerve with her mods because we've either experienced it ourselves or we've had family or friends who had gone through or are currently going through these medical conditions. So, cancer. There's no way a doctor is going to be like, oh, okay, well, you've got cancer down there, and without even running any type of tests on you. That's just not how it's done. My father has cancer, and he had multiple tests that had to be done. It's not just like, oh, you've got this. COPD. My father has COPD. My father can barely at times finish a sentence because he can't even catch his breath. If you have COPD, there's no way you're smoking as much as she is. MS, I don't have anyone, but I know other people have family members. I know other people have family members who've had cancer, who've also, her stories don't align with that. I was one of 3 mods that she told that she in fact she never had cancer. And she asked me not to say anything. And I wasn't going to say anything. But then what happened was she went on a live and mentioned that 3 of her mods know the truth. So now, let me remind you that the mods all got along well. We messaged each other. We were friends. So now we have mods messaging. I'll speak for my messages, saying, do you know who the mods are? And I responded to one, and I said, well, I know one of the 3 mods are. And I'm trying to answer without coming out and saying it, but kind of like hoping that she would pick up on it. And she didn't, but I ended up telling her that I was one. And the mods were upset that I didn't share that with them. Because, did you lose me?
No, Gambling Granny asked, why don't I invite her into the box? She blocked me. She doesn't want any part of this side of awareness. She doesn't want her followers on this side, so she blocked me. She doesn't want anybody.
No, she doesn't want anyone because in a recent live that she had, I believe it's Sally, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, had asked her, why is it that no one who's been scanned by you or manipulated by you or lied to you, how come they don't say something on a live? And it's because we've been blocked. I had said to Kayla at one time, do not mention my name on live. Do not mention anything about me or anything else to do with me on a live. Because if you do, I'm going to come out and say what it really is. So keep my name out of your mouth. But she kept mentioning my name. And then when I came on for the last time, I said to her, I don't remember verbatim, but something to the effect that, not to play games with me because I will start saying what it is that she's doing. And then I was immediately blocked. And from that point forward, she blocks any and all former mods who are aware of what's going on. She knows that, as I said earlier, there was 2 group chats that she was a part of, 2 group chats that specifically asked her questions about things that she had mentioned. And she knows that there's not just one of us, there's multiple of us that can say, that's not what you said on the live, that's not what you said in the group chat. So she has us all blocked. So she's very good at manipulating She's very good at finding your weaknesses. She's very good at using Riley to manipulate your emotions. Riley's a sweet boy. But
Adorable. So
without
cute. I think he's gonna have red hair too. I think he's really cute.
without Riley, she has no content. Without Riley, there's no need for anyone to send her anything because there's nothing to tug at your heartstrings. But we have never, ever on any platform, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, we've never made fun of Riley. Ever. What we have said is it's disappointing to see Riley not progressing as she should when she's home. And all of a sudden, we'll say something like that on a Monday on Reddit or TikTok or YouTube. And then on Tuesday, she's going live saying, oh, well, he now knows his colors. But making fun of Riley, we've never done. Ridiculing Riley's growth, we've never done.
But the thing is, we have said she's been home for 2 months. She really needs to work with him.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
That is what we've said. She needs to work with him because before she was home, he was with 2 babysitters, Aaron's family. And I honestly don't think they were working with him because no, not at all. And now that she's home, I think she needs to work with him. But still, she also needs to be parenting him instead of in her live, focusing on her live and not Riley. He still needs to be parented, even when she's live, such as when he was pushing the train around and running into Shadow and her ankle. She got mad when he was hitting her in the ankle with the train, but not when he was running into Shadow with the train.
Right.
He just, these behaviors that he's having, she can help with that, but she just ignores those things. There's parenting that needs to be, happening at home. Honestly, we ask the same thing, Gambling Granny. We've asked the same thing that, now that he's home or she's home, he needs to be in bed early. But, these are just things that we've noticed. I have no idea. My kids were in bed by 7 o'clock when they were babies. Growth happens while they're sleeping. I don't know. I don't think she knows what to do.
I don't think she knows what to do.
And honestly, I noticed last night in her live, I thought she was nodding off. Did anybody notice that?
Oh, I did. And I actually joked about it, and I thought maybe she had inhaled the carpet cleaner too much because she seemed loopy, and she seemed like she wanted to fall asleep.
I know.
So, and I had mentioned to someone, I'm like, oh dear God, like maybe it was the constant inhaling of that floor cleaner, which again, to me, I don't have children, but I have pets, and I read the labels. And if something says keep pets away from such and such product, either I'm not going to use a product, or if I have to use a product, my pets are not going to go anywhere near that product. And that means they're going to be in a different room until the thing dries or whatever it is that has to get done. And if for some reason my pet walks on top of the things that I'm using, I'm going to wipe their paws. Because there's someone who mentioned
they lick your paws.
They're going to lick the paws. But it's just frustrating. It's frustrating because I'm not a liar. And it's her whole behavior I don't like. I don't like, as I said earlier, the switching of the teams. You can't be in the former mod Chad or on Reddit or in your lives or in your commenting on your post, you know, saying something about Kayla and then going over into her live and gifting and doing whatever it is to support her. That doesn't, I don't like that. And I find that for me dishonest. If you want to be in her live, be in it, but you can be in it and not gift and support and be actively participating. But to gift, to do something that will, you know, that she can benefit from, defeats the purpose of what our message is in Reddit, and that she shouldn't be benefiting from anything because she's not being honest with who she is and what her background is and everything else. So that's very frustrating. So I'm sorry I ranted and I went in
I'm
circles.
glad you ranted. I also was surprised to see Nana in here, and I'm so glad that she joined our live.
Oh, is she in here?
She was in here, and I'm happy she came in today. I'm not sure if she's still in here. I wanted to talk to her for a while. I've tagged her in a few things. If you know, I know that I have tagged Kayla's supporters for a reason, mostly because they don't know everything. And when we find something out and they're supporting her left and right, I want them to know what we know.
Right. And you know, it's everything, and we are not the ones that bring up her drug past. If you actually sit back and watch her lives, Kayla is the one that mentions everything first. Kayla is the one that mentions the haters. Kayla is the one that mentions something about a post that was done days ago or weeks ago. Kayla is the one that mentions us. And for someone who's so unbothered, it's like the boy who cried wolf. You say it too much, it's just not believable anymore. It's just you're just speaking empty words at this point. But she mentions us, and we are not haters. I want to clarify that. At least I am not a hater. I feel that she played me very well. I feel that I am one of her victims. I gave her, as I said earlier, so much money. The times that Riley was sick. I was one of those 3 people that gave her a Thanksgiving dinner because she claimed that but she didn't have any Thanksgiving dinner. And I wasn't aware that she had been talking to the other people asking for the same thing. Not once did she come and say, oh, hey guys, my Thanksgiving dinner's taken care of. You don't have to do anything. She never did that. You know, I gave her things based on her messages of, I thought we were friends. I don't know what I'm going to do. I thought I could count on you. Those guilt text messages that I would get afterwards. It's just, so I'm not a hater at all. I am just trying to prevent someone else from being played like I was. And I've also seen the repercussions of people who have been played by her, who have been affected by it extremely hard, harder than it hit myself, who had like a mental break, if you want, because they would never believe that they had been treated this way. People who were given misinformation and then made to look like a fool on a live because they're going and trusting what Kayla's telling them, and it's not true at all. So there's no hating. There's just frustration that it's not one person, it's not 2 people, it's not 3 people, it's 10 plus people telling you the same thing in different formats of how it affected them, and you still are not listening. And like, what will it take for you to listen? Like, so we're frustrated. If our tone comes across angry, it's frustration. So
There's very much frustration. But you know, I mean, we can only tell you what to do. So, I mean, we're not telling you what to do. We're just trying to tell you what happened to us
right.
and how we feel like fools. And you know, there's so much money gone because somebody was so dishonest to us, and we truly believed that they needed the help. That was
Right.
so the money that was so misappropriated that is now gone and we'll probably never get back. And I'm talking thousands.
And I'm
Thousands.
going to share, Lori, what our final straw was between she and I. And I think you know this already because I think I've shared it with you. And I think some of whomever the mods are, they already know as well. But back in spring of 2024, she had gone to court and she had to pay some fine. She was given a date to pay a fine. She never took care of it. At the end of 2024, she started to do some posts, and in her lives, she was very somber and saying that she was going to go to jail. This was going to be her last get ready with me. She didn't know when she'd see us again. She didn't know what to do. She started asking for help because if she didn't come up with the $3,000 to pay the fine, she was going to jail. In January during the live, I had said to her, I'll help you with that. And she said, oh, you don't have to. I said, no, it's okay. I'll help you with that. And again, I'm still at this point believing her. And this is also pre miscarriage. And in January of 2025, I went to the pharmacy to pick up prescription for my parents. And while I was there, the pharmacy said, oh, you know, your parents don't have insurance. And I said, what do you mean? I said, they have insurance. Now, my mom suffers from dementia, and the medical enrollment that had to be done for 2025, she had not done. She had received the paperwork and she had put it to the side. And because they hadn't received anything, it lapsed. So I had to pay for my father's eye drops, and there were several $1,000s. So I had texted Kayla and I said, listen, I'm not going to be able to help you with the entire amount that I said. I can probably give you part of it. She said, oh, okay, don't worry about it. And I said, okay, that was fine. But, you know, I have two parents. So now it's not just my father's drops, it's also my mother's medication as well. And whatever amount that I had said to her that I could now help, I couldn't do anymore. And I texted her. Now, prior to reaching out to her, I had a chat with two other mods. And in that chat with those mods, I told them that I was really scared and I didn't know how to tell her that because I didn't want her to be mad at me because I had promised her this. And I was really afraid, you know, of how she would react. I was petrified that she would be upset. But they said, you know, it's okay. Just tell her we got it. You know, it's your parents. She's going to understand. So I sent her a text and I said, Kayla, look, I'm really sorry, but now the amount that I said I'd be able to help you with, I can't help you at all. I'm sorry. And she replied and she said, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I understand. And I said, oh, okay, great. And I was, you know, appreciative of that. Less than 12 hours later, she does a post and she makes a post saying that people are so unreliable. They say they're going to help and they don't. And for me, the timing was just what a coincidence that I said this to you and a few hours later you're making this post. And she had to that post this really sad song about like, oh, just one of her usual sad songs. And I replied to that comment because I was extremely angry. And that's what started the fracture of our friendship. She denied that that post was for me, that it was for someone else. But at this time,
it shouldn't have been for anybody. It shouldn't have been for anybody. Oh my gosh. She's so ungrateful.
at
Oh my
that time,
God.
though, we were friendly with each. We were close, where she would tell me who it was that would or would not say they would go through with something and they didn't go through with it. And prior to that, she hadn't mentioned anybody. And she hadn't mentioned anybody to 2 other mods that were also close with her at that time. So I'm supposed to believe that this post has nothing to do with me. And the other mod then started messaging me, asking if I was okay, what happened, and I told them what had happened. I had said, listen, I had told her I was going to help her with the $3,000. Then I said I could only do half of it. Then I said I could do a certain amount of it. But between my father's eye drops and other medication, I can't do it anymore. And then this post came up. That was where our friendship started to fracture. And then it just intensified more with the miscarriage, because during the miscarriage, I started questioning things on live, as well as in text messages with 2 other mods, saying like, well, did you get the DNC? Did you do an ultrasound? And she wouldn't answer the questions, or she would avoid the questions, or she'd go around the question or whatever it was. But that $3,000, that money thing, is where our relationship started to go downhill. I stopped telling the mods to block people, because I'm not sure if anybody who's in this live or if there's any mods in here, but there was a time where I would tell the other mods, please, no profile picture, no bio, immediate block. And I would pin it. And I was really pushing the mods to block everybody if they didn't have a profile picture, if they didn't have a bio. And then I just started like pulling that back. I started allowing people to ask questions, because at this point, there's really nothing wrong with asking questions if you have nothing to hide. But that was where our friendship just went south. And then the miscarriage. And then it was just the treatment of Kay, the treatment of Colby. It was just bad. She gave the finger to Kay in a live. And when the mods called her out on it in a group chat, she then posted a video, which I believe is still in her profile, feigning that it's not her, and making a video post saying that whomever gave the finger to my mods, they don't deserve that, they know me well, blah, 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 blah. But it was her. She called the former mod the "see you next Tuesday" word. She called her that on the birthday post of Riley with the birthday cake.
God. Are you kidding me?
No, that birthday, Riley's first birthday, was supposed to be a live celebration because she had no family. We had all said, oh, go live. We'll be his family. We're his family. Let's do a live. And she was all for it. And she said, okay, we'll do a live. It'll be this day at this time. Now, that time came about, and mods were messaging each other like, is she going live? Did I miss it? Did she say anything about the time? I don't know what's going on. And I'd say, nobody knew what was going on because the time came and went and there was no message from her about what was happening. So when that post came out, Kay made a nice comment wishing, Riley a nice birthday, and then made something to, and I don't know verbatim, but it was something, I thought I missed the birthday celebration because I thought you said you were going to do it at this time. Something very innocent. And she just went off on Kay in the comments. And I had to reread that response twice. And I replied, Kayla, it's Kay commenting, not some, hater. And then she responded, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was you, blah, 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 blah. But Kay and Colby were the two that got treated the worst. Colby offered numerous times. Colby not only helped her with groceries and with stuff for her pets, but there was mention of a food bank in her area. And Kayla insisted that there was none. And Colby and Lauren also confirmed that there sure indeed was a food bank in her area. Colby, trying to be helpful, pinned the comment or the location of the food bank, and she was blocked.
Oh my
And
god.
I was
Dare you try
messaged.
to help?
I was messaged, and I was like, I was blocked. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, I was blocked. So I went back into the live and I said, I think you blocked Colby. I think you blocked her accidentally. And she was like, oh, okay. She downplayed it and she added her back on. But if you were in that live or any live that Colby was in, it was so obvious how much she disliked Colby. It made you feel uncomfortable, because Colby's comments would be ignored. Colby's
Bad is that?
niceness would be ignored. Kay was excluded from a lot of things that the other mods were part of. She was never a part of like receiving like messages or
So were they
invitations
only
to the
mods because they gave money? Is that why?
I don't know, but I do know. I'm not going to take credit for all of the mods, but I do know that I recommended several of the mods to Kayla because I felt that she was getting so much hate that I couldn't. It was me and another mod at the time. It was just the two of us.
Okay.
And between he and I, sometimes we couldn't keep up with all the comments coming at her.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Jess and I asked her, do you want to be a mod? I reached out to a few other people and said, do you want to be a mod? And that's how some of them came to be mods. If they gifted, I'm not sure. I believe somebody.
Hang on 1 second. Emily, hang on 1 second. What do you mean she's crying and begging? You mean as of right now? Are you saying that right as she's crying and begging right now, Chris? Why? Is this on a post? She has nobody to help? With what?
Oh, I can't with that because that's the same. I'm so sorry. And now I'm going to sound bitter or mean, but that's the same song and dance always. She never has anybody to help with rent or medication or bills or food or diapers or whatever it is. It's the same story across the board.
I just want to. Okay, so I have to switch profiles.
Her prescription, I'm sorry. If you're in a prescription, you know how much your prescription is and when it's going to be due. How do you not allocate for that?
Honestly, I didn't have insurance until 3 years ago. And okay. I just got a message from somebody saying she was asking for money. Okay, so I didn't have insurance until a few years ago. And my husband's prescription is several $100s. Mm-hmm. We had to save for that. We had to prepare and save for that. That was a lot of money every month because it's a maintenance medication. Right. It's not cheap. And we went through even GoodRx. It was expensive because there was no generic. Right. So honestly, we had to save. We had to at least put $150 away every 2 weeks for that prescription. It was a lot of money.
My father's eye drops are over $1,000, and sometimes depending on it, like if the tax, like right now this month, my parents' taxes are due, so I have to pay that. The insurance this time is going to cover most of it, but prior to when this incident happened last year, I had to ask the doctor if they had samples because it's not an eye drop that you can just stop taking. It's for his glaucoma, so he constantly needs to have it on. But I was asking for samples. I was begging for samples, begging whatever he had, if there was an alternative for something that he could have. So, but prior to that, I know that this is how long I have to my father's drops are going to be due and how much it's going to cost. And I need to make sure that that is available in their account to be able to pay for that. So Suboxone isn't something that she just started taking, Lori. She's been taking it for a while. So I find it difficult to sympathize with that because this isn't something new. It's
No,
repetitive.
it's funny to me though, because I just glanced at this video and see now every video and every live she's got a filter on. Every video, every live got a filter on. Even her get ready with me videos got a filter, except for the ones where she needs money for medication.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones where she's got to look sick in, so she needs money. All right. Is everybody that stupid? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm so sorry, Chris. Sherry, hey, how are you? I didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry, but this is I've had enough of her begging. I'm sorry. I started doing hashtag beg talking in her videos. There's a Facebook group, Book of Faces group called Wall of Shame, TikTok, something about TikTok. I think, I wanted to invite you to that, but you don't have a Facebook. So
I do not.
I invited who I could. The biggest group on there was Amanda Bowden. She was on there for a while, but Amanda and Frank and Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know who they are?
Not me.
I know you do, Shelby. I think you do. Not showing her making it. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
so
I know you.
You're right. That's exactly what she does. It's again, forgive me if I come across at this point cold-hearted, but it's just I've gone through it myself. I've gone through having to send her money when Riley was sick, when she needed something, whatever it is. I've gone through it. I've seen the crocodile tears, how you cry 1 minute and then in the next post you're laughing or you're being smug. It doesn't mesh out. It doesn't balance out for me. So if you don't have money for Suboxone, well, I sell the stuff. You have so much stuff in your house that you rent that you can sell. Riley, sweet little Riley, doesn't realize how much toys he has. He's not going to realize if you sell 1 or 2 toys to get money for what it is you need. There's things that you can do to be proactive to get what it is you need. She just chooses not to do that. So.
Oh yeah, and remember, Maddie, you just said about Karen. I liked Karen. I haven't talked to her in a while. She was a good lady. She was a really good lady, and I remember when she had a live and she was making fun of her on her live, and then saying lately, "Why would anybody make fun of me? If you don't like somebody, just block them." But yet here she is making fun of Karen. Remember, she said. Her name is Karen, and she is a Karen, and that was the woman she worked with, the one giving her money.
Yes. Yes. No, listen, I've said this on Reddit, and I've said it, I think, on some of your posts on TikTok or YouTube. Anybody can be a bully behind a camera. Anybody can come across tough, but let's, face to face, she's not. She's all mouth.
Yeah.
But she's a coward, and My God, she couldn't even apologize for using that derogatory slur in a live.
Well, I don't think that everybody knows about that. I don't think her followers know about that. I really don't. And if anybody in here follow me, I will follow you back. Thank you so much for everybody. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I don't know who that is. But anyway, yeah, I
And I
don't think
just want to
everybody.
clarify. I just want to, before any get off, Lori, you did not call her job to get her fired.
I know.
It was not you. It was not
I
you,
know.
and I can say that with